How you doing, everybody? I'm going live. 1 second. How you doing? I had to put my do not disturb on. I wanted to make a video right now because, as you can see in my feelings on the description, I'm not very happy. And I usually don't do this. I'm always try to get the gospel out there, but it has something to do with the gospel. Well, Christ said to us, "The poor you'll always have with you, but me you won't. And whatever you do to the least of these, you do unto me." I'm going to say this. The poor have a very special place in my heart. Those who are out in the streets, those who are hungry, those who don't have a pot to pee in. Well, I want to tell you what happened today with news today to you. They're literally, with that statement, not having a pot to pee in. I want to tell you this. The homeless are becoming, and this is local, the homeless are really now starting not to have a pot to pee in, a place to use the bathroom. As someone homeless, I'm pretty sure, especially if they're older, they don't want to have to ask anybody for anything. As you get older, they should be in honorable ways served as the veterans, as everybody else, to take care of them, our parents, for what they did for us. But now, as somebody that's older, now they gotta beg others and beg as it is, and it's a struggle to even make ends meet. The last thing that they need or want to do is bathroom. This is the behavior right now from a place I don't know where else. I know two places. I'm going to put them on the hot spot locally. This is, again, New Jersey, southern New Jersey, hotspot. CVS, South New Jersey, Woodbury area that I know of, and on Evergreen Ave, Mantua, or Woodbury, the McDonald'S. I'm going to tell you news today straight to your ears of what happened. I'll try to make it quick. I went into a McDonald's today, and I know that other places may have this issue, and I understand your opinions. Everybody's entitled to it. But they lock their doors now because, from what I heard, it was for people doing drugs in the bathroom. Now, people are doing drugs in the bathroom. I understand that. They don't want that in there. But what I saw today was very much uncalled for. There was an older lady that was on crutches, and she said, "May I please use the bathroom?" She said to the lady at the desk, at the McDonald's desk. And the lady was like, no. She was like, "I have to use the bathroom. I have to pee myself." She's like, "No, did you buy something?" She said to this lady. And she knows, I'll tell you why in a second, that she's homeless. She's like, "I have to use the bathroom." Pretty much, she don't have money to begin with. A lot of people go to these places like McDonald's and stuff so they can have a place that's warm, just to sit there, just to be out of the cold, out of the elements. If the lady's begging, is homeless, and the lady was like to the manager, or well, she was the manager. She was like, "Can I speak to the manager?" While she has to use the bathroom. And everybody knows what it's like to have to use the bathroom, and during that time when you're about to go on yourself. I'm not being funny here. Last thing you want to do is have to beg and argue with somebody to have to use the bathroom. So this is happening right next to me, and the lady was like, "I am the manager," she says, and it was the lady at the desk. I understand if a higher up is telling you, I'm sorry, my connection's trying to bow out on me. I'm not surprised. If a higher up is telling you this is what you do, you enforce this. Oh, heart, you never been in a position? Quit. If you have to lock the door from the homeless, if you won't let them in. So she's begging, and I'm like, "Listen," I said to the lady that was working at McDonald's, I was like, "How much is a fry or something?" I said to the lady, "I'll buy you something. What do you want?" I gave her a $5 bill. Not to only mention the prices are ridiculous right now. It was like $5 for a fry. So they couldn't deny that. Next, it'll be that, though. As a Christian, and as Christ says to love one another, I could not see that. So I put up the money, and then they still took their time to open the door for the lady. So try to paraphrase everything up, to summarize it up. This is very much uncalled for from McDonald's and anywhere that's doing this. So I don't know if this is going to hit your ears just locally. I hope so. Even if it's one person or nationwide, somebody's got to call out for it, because I'm sitting there and I'm looking around. I'm like, nobody else even wants to seem like they want to be bothered by this. They don't. They're just looking away and just in their phone and just pretending that it's not even happening. Well, let me tell you something. That's not how it's supposed to be. And that's my opinion. Everybody's entitled to their own. But I'm telling you, don't support these places like that no more. Not to mention, I'm not even sure what in the world. Like the food is just, it's junk as it is. So now you're locking the door on people unless they buy something. I understand they got to figure out something to control. It's all about controlment anyway. Like people going in there for drug uses and all. That's a different story. Like, oh, and it's a 30-minute loitering period. If we don't stick to the basics of helping each other out with the basic necessities of life, well, let me tell you something. Does everybody want the homeless now in the streets using the bathroom or on their yards? McDonald's, I'm going to put out there, is so rich. CVS is too, or whatever. They don't need any more business. So I wouldn't be surprised if something happens, they go under, because they're denying the heart of God. The homeless is the heart of God. Despite how they got there, we all need to help one another out, and then homeless numbers will go down. Let's stop looking at people's faults and failures of why they're homeless and say, how can I help? Not the reasoning of just why. Why are you this? Why is there's too much of that judgment going along? Have you never been in a position where you needed help, or maybe even homeless? I can't even imagine this. And now there's no other places around there that they can go to the bathroom. Like the CVS, they lock the doors on people. Now McDonald's, what if they don't even have any money to begin with? Now they're gonna beg to use the bathroom? Like, are you serious? Now I don't want this going on across the whole nation, but this is again South Jersey. So again, do what you want. I'm done supporting McDonald's, even with anything. I'm not gonna support that. But we all have to come together, and something's got to get done. And if we can't do anything, just stop supporting them in general, and let's put our money to somebody that needs it on the street, or somebody that you know that's homeless or struggling. Because if we can conquer this together, we can do it together, but not divided. This whole nation, the world is divided. I'll tell you this. If you think about it, not to go on that other thing that's going on at the southern border, I won't get details of this, because this video will not last. Look at how many states that are in support of it, at least as of a couple of days ago. There's 50 states, and there was 25 in support of it, of the Lone Star State. That's all I will say. Now this is a nation divided right now, and in the scriptures, God tells a nation, a people, a house divided against itself. I believe that's what it says. I'm paraphrasing it. Shall not stand. So if that's a house, is it how much more of a nation? We have to come together. That's literally come together, not only for as a whole, but for one another, for our families, for in the church, and for the homeless, for those who don't have a pot to pee in. Because if everybody keeps saying no to the homeless, and now they're basic needs, let me tell you something. That will come upon us. That will come upon this nation. And we will very much suffer the very same things that now these not big industry or corporations are putting upon the people, and now making the people that even made them who they are, like you and I, to be like them. We have to deny that behavior. We have to look at the Word of God, see where His heart is in this, see what the Word says about this, and we have to apply it in our lives and be the example. Because we all can be like that in an instant where they are. And we all have been somewhere where they are. Or maybe you haven't. But it will come upon you. If we don't do it for others, do unto others as you would want done unto yourself. We have to all stand with each other, together, unified, not divided. And with this, again, don't let it happen where you live. Figure it out as a community, figure it out, but don't deny anybody their basics of living, of using the bathroom, of anything. Don't deny shelter. That's got to get fixed in this state. A lot of places. There's got to be a better way to handle all this when it comes to helping people out. When it comes to helping them with a job, with shelter, with everything. We all have to figure this out. And if we don't start now, who's going to? Who's going to? If we don't open our mouth now, who's going to? But we got to do it together. And even if at the end of the day it doesn't happen as a whole, you can do it where you live. You can do it with your family and be the example. But this is the message I wanted to put out to anybody who's watching this. Make it aware to everybody that you know what's going on at McDonald's and CVS. So it doesn't happen. And if this goes out to other states or if I put this on YouTube, make sure that you're in the know of it and don't support it. Because if we can come together as a whole for them, we can all do it, and we can bring each other up, encourage one another, and at the end of the day, shame on McDonald's at CVS for denying anybody of their basic needs. I'm done with them, and I hope you are too. And again, put the money that you would give them, give to a local person that you know. And also another thing is, let's start encouraging the churches to help the homeless more, because we have to. That when we call these places, it's not just a 221, 211, that we can get instant help for anybody that's homeless. Instant help that we can get these people in a program of, especially the young ones, around 20-year-olds or whatever it is, working age, that we can get them right up in a shelter, not in a nasty, bug-infested hotel for 4 days, and then into, we got to get better programs than this. We have to. A work program mixed with shelter. Hopefully it gets to the ears of people who have money that can build it, and open doors for better programming for the poor. Not getting judged from these places or going to your local welfare agencies and getting denied. So let's all come together and again say no to this behavior. Thank you so much, and God bless you, and share this with your friends and family. God bless.